Yo, I hope you guys are already on the toilet. I know like half my viewers are just taking a dump, so I hope you guys are ready to get the scared out of you, because this next Gojicenter video looks freaking insane, dude. 5 brutal skullcrawler executions. Like, what the hell? Skullcrawler's like my favorite kaiju almost. This is a direct like attack on my heart and soul right here. This is gonna be bad insane. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to Gojicenter, leave a like, subscribe, and let's do it. Boy, do I hope one of these death scenes is just gently kissing it and laying it down.
Under a clandestine facility hides the most malevolent and brutal man-made weapon of all time, Mecha Godzilla.
When a video starts out with the word clandestine, you know it's gonna be the most insane thing you've ever seen.
In order to truly convert this into a real killing machine, this giant robot had to go through a series of tests against live subjects with the objective of learning to wield its arsenal of weaponry with killing precision. Today, the simulation arena will be bathed in blood as we demonstrate the many ways these skullcrawlers would have been brutally murdered in order to train this metallic terror in the art of war.
Oh God!
This episode will get bloody, so remember, if you enjoy this content, do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and get ready to witness 5 executions in Mechagodzilla's Temple of Doom.
Oh my God, I almost threw it pre-workout twice just during that intro right there from getting so excited. I stand no chance.
Before we discuss the first method of tearing up our first skullcrawler, let's first discuss the disturbing architecture of this facility.
Oh my God.
It's mentioned in the official art book that this location was in the shape of a pyramid, with an inverted staircase that would siphon the essence of the dead titans and then be absorbed by Mechagodzilla.
What?
This mech would then benefit from this essence in some way or form. Whether this death energy came in the form of titan radiation or nutrient extractions is not 100% clear, but the concept of having this mech literally ingest this corpse's matter is truly terrifying.
Hey guys, they're saying a lot of things right now. You could absorb like the kaiju matter essence. What the what's going on
What's
around
up,
here?
guys? Jacob here. Over on Dangerville, we are really going in-depth discussing the dark secrets of Apex's sacrifice pit here. And we mean that literally. And a few more reasons why you would really hate being a skullcrawler or any titan other than Mechagodzilla here. This video is gonna be out on Thursday, June 9th, so be ready for it. So how many are we killing today, guys?
Glad you asked, Jacob. Today we pre-selected a total of 5 adult skullcrawlers.
I love how they're different sizes. It indicates that some are younger, babies being slaughtered. That's sad, Johnny.
That are large and mature enough to take part in the following 5 executions that will test all sorts of different weapons.
I wish they named them.
Let's get ready to witness the first demonstration.
Oh my God.
Number 1, Dismemberment. We are beginning this list with the tearing of limbs. In Godzilla vs. Kong, we witness this mech's immense forelimb strength by the way Mechagodzilla lands critical hits against the G-Man with ease, punching him repeatedly and single-handedly tossing this 99,000-ton kaiju like a ragdoll across Hong Kong. In terms of limb strength, this metallic titan would exert more strength than both Godzilla and Kong.
Logically, with what they're saying, it could rip a freaking building in half, so obviously a fleshy little crawler.
This poor skullcrawler here won't just get ripped apart in a few moments, but also flayed in the process.
Why?
By zooming into Mechagodzilla's hands, we find small buzzsaws that resemble industrial grinders. Jared Krichevsky, the creator of this mech, mentioned that these were strong enough to bite into the titan hides.
My God.
This allowed it to have a much better grip against its victims. Given the strength of this mech, we can now run the test and tear this skullcrawler limb from limb. As we can see, Mechagodzilla's limbs are so strong that they could literally tear the skullcrawler's limbs straight from the sockets.
The arm held on pretty well.
Do this? We will guess that yes, Mechagodzilla could also yank out the insides from this skullcrawler too, killing it in an instant.
Why?
You may think this is overkill, but for the purposes of this simulation, we need to put these weapons to the test to be 100% sure these are effective against larger titans. Also, don't forget that during this testing phase, Mechagodzilla would have been controlled via psionic link.
This dude was getting the weirdest, most pervious smiles when he was killing that skullcrawler, like weird, like borderline sexual enjoyment.
Commands from a human pilot, in this case, Ren Serizawa.
Sick bastard.
So even if these moves looked a little bit too human-like, it would be because they're—
There it is. There's that smile. Dude just busted a fat nut killing a skullcrawler. He needs to be on a goddamn FBI watch list.
is in fact a human behind all of these tests. Number 2, meat grinders.
Oh my God.
While we dispose of this corpse,
That's so badass, dude. Is that a giant arm? Wow, what a job. That's someone's job
let's
right there.
introduce you to another weapon.
Wow.
The meat grinders. These aren't the ones on its hands, these are the grinders found inside its mouth. Yes, these here are rotating discs that when put in contact with any fleshy tissue will bite into it and turn it into ground meat. We were unfortunate to not see this in live action, but
it's just a fish, so I eat them all the time, but just to get that shit dropped in your face.
that's why we are here to show you.
The eyeball is still holding form.
In this second demonstration, Mechagodzilla would have this titan stretched out in a position where it could use its mouth grinders.
What the kind of medieval tissue torture is this, dude?
A good place to test it would be here.
Why?
These grinders would now begin peeling the outer layer of skin, followed by the outward layers of flesh, veins, and grind right through this creature's windpipe.
That's
The
disgusting.
blood loss would have killed this skull crawler in no time.
Why'd they handcuff it behind its back, dude? What the kind of torture facility is this
So
place?
far, we have covered 2 melee weapons. Now let's switch gears and test some ranged weaponry. Number 3, explosive weaponry.
No, he ate that
Testing
skull
weapons
crawler.
such as missiles in a closed facility is risky, but note that this is no ordinary base. In the film, we see that certain areas of this facility were resistant to powerful blasts, such as the Proton scream, and remained relatively intact. So it's safe to test some puny missile weapons here. Our third subject will now be eliminated at range. Let's now focus
This one probably
on
got the
where these
luckiest
missile
right here.
launchers are located. We witnessed 2 locations where these were placed, the shoulder-railed missile launchers along its back, and some smaller launchers hidden on its shoulders. But that's not all. Krzyzewski also mentioned that Mechagodzilla would have had extra missile launchers hidden in its chest,
Dirty
making this creature well equipped to launch a forward barrage of missile fire.
My thing is though, what about when it runs out of missiles? Like there's a finite amount of missiles in there. Is it remaking them like a
In
transformer?
this scenario, the technology that will need testing would be Mechagodzilla's ability to direct and target the vulnerable areas of this skullcrawler. Once locked, this Titan's AI would then cue the missiles to strike and hit on the specified targets. In this case, the skullcrawler never stood a chance. Getting bombarded from all areas only means that it would suffer severe third-degree burns. And if it survived, Mechagodzilla would simply approach it and finish it off.
I've never been more against Apex in my entire life. I'm gonna go watch Godzilla vs. Kong again just to watch them all die, because this is the
Before
devil!
we initialize the 4th scenario, we want to thank you guys for helping us blast through 500k subscribers.
Well
so
done.
In turn, we are now giving away not 1, but 2 SH Monster Arts Mechagodzillas to 2 lucky subscribers. To qualify, you must be subscribed to Gojicenter, comment on any of these videos telling us who you think would be the next villain in the next MonsterVerse film, and include this word in your comment.
Dude, that's a come up right there. SH figure arts are so freaking
Winners
fancy.
will be announced in 2 weeks' time. Okay, that's it, and good luck. Number 4,
That
the
was so-
Proton Scream.
That was so distractingly awesome. I don't even have that Mechagodzilla. I may enter myself as well.
In Godzilla vs. Kong, we were lucky to see this weapon in action against both Godzilla and Skullcrawler number 10. This would have been the most powerful in its arsenal of weaponry and would have taken hundreds of billions of dollars to develop such a weapon in real life.
Seriously.
Which is why it was imperative for this weapon to go through many rounds of testing to ensure that it was effective and powerful enough to inflict damage against all kaiju. In the film, we saw that this weapon was fired through the Skullcrawler's mouth, but what if instead of hitting it here, it was hit on another location? Our next demonstration
Oh,
will
God!
feature the next
No!
victim being held in this manner. The objective? To slice.
No!
If projected long enough, Mechagodzilla's Proton Scream would penetrate through the Skullcrawler's skin, flesh, bones, and make its way down the Skullcrawler's ribcage like a hot knife through butter.
Is this really necessary?
We'd like to imagine that several tests like these were conducted to continue testing weapon upgrades in Mechagodzilla's Proton Scream.
It's not even a far-fetched claim. Legitimately, if they were testing crawlers, we saw them shipping eggs over. Clearly, the arena's gone through many things, and we see Mechagodzilla in its final testing period. Clearly, there is a long period of just testing weapons and torture before it was perfectly finalized. I'll bet 1,000 Skullcrawlers died.
Now that we've concluded our ranged weapon testing, let's go back to the final and most brutal of all melee weapons found in Mechagodzilla.
The ass.
Number 5, Tail Scythes.
Same thing.
The last weapon we are going to test today is found at the very tip of its tail. These two spikes can spin and split into two additional sides, forming a four-bladed weapon that spins at high speeds, giving it high piercing and liquefying power.
Liquefying?
Because this mech is manned by a human, Ren Serizawa would have needed some practice getting used to using a prehensile tail, since humans are not equipped with one in real life.
Speak for yourself, bro. My tail's just on the front. Is that necessary, Johnny?
Learning how to use this effectively was imperative against other kaiju that could use similar weapons effectively. In this scenario, our next Skullcrawler is now subjugated in this manner, and the pilot will now aim for these two locations.
Who's the sick son of a bitch handcuffing the crawlers?
Note that once these things pierce, anything in the path of those spinning blades would have been literally liquefied, completely destroying any organ that it comes across, inflicting irrecoverable damage. Now that this tail successfully hits its target, it will now finish off this Skullcrawler by accurately impaling it from its vocal orifice and turning this titan into a sack of pulp.
So unnecessary. So unnecessary, dude. So unnecessary.
We now have completed our first round of tests, and Mechagodzilla is one step closer to becoming Godzilla's nemesis. Admittedly, it was mentioned by Adam Wingard that had Godzilla not fought Kong earlier, this Titan would have had enough energy to successfully defeat this Mechagodzilla. But having said this, it was also mentioned that if a physical sample of this radioactive material was used to power this Titan, then Mechagodzilla would have also been even more powerful.
No way.
Unlike this reverse-engineered energy sample made by Apex. This was just a sneak peek of what could have happened inside this clandestine facility of death.
Clandestine once more. I did not realize that it was in full power Mechagodzilla either, though that makes complete sense and completely changes everything where it stands on the power scale, my god.
What do you think would have happened if Mechagodzilla successfully killed both Kong and Godzilla at the end of this film? Do you think that there were any other kaiju that would successfully destroy this mechanized titan? Let us know in the comments.
I think Mechagodzilla would have just basically committed massive amounts of destruction, but the oxygen destroyer in the last movie would have triggered a destroyer growth, ultimately leading to, oh wait, that would just lead to they're both bad guys. Never mind, we'd all be dead.
Please remember to hit that red subscribe button below to be the first to watch our next upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
That was gnarly, dude. I thought those skull crawlers in the beginning had it bad, but no, the one who got the tail stuffed down its gullet and its inside blended, that's gotta be the worst way to go. My god, a stomachache hurts. I couldn't imagine that. Jesus Christ. Woof, this was a pretty bloody video. I love this one. More bloody videos, Gojicenter. These are the shit. So yeah, check them out, link down below. Let's get them to 1 million. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.